Hello and welcome to another episode of the Marketing and Business Podcast. Today we're here with Andreas König. He's a seven-figure per month e-commerce entrepreneur. He's been doing this for a long time now. He's made a lot of money with it, and I'll let Andreas introduce himself.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for the invitation today. I started, I think, 4 years ago with online marketing and around 2.5 or 3 years ago with drop shipping. And now we have an own e-commerce brand with, I think, all in all, more than 30 employees at the moment. And me and my business partner, Alexander, we have a lot to do with this, and we work every day, 7 days a week, because if you found something, what is your passion and what you really love to do, it doesn't feel like work. It's really nice to do that.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
think that's really important to find something that you're really passionate about, because then you're not working, you're doing your hobby, and then it doesn't feel like work. You can work 9 to 5 every day, and it's
Yeah,
just like something you like to do.
totally true. Yeah.
Awesome. So give the audience a little context from who you are, where you're from, how you get started. Was e-commerce your first business, and how's been your entrepreneurship journey?
Okay, my entrepreneurship journey started very, very early. When I was 14 years old, I had my first small business. So I started to produce electronic music with a friend of mine on my computer. And these were just very simple electronic music songs. And we wanted to sell them. We
Mhm.
burned them on CD-ROMs, these
Yeah.
CDs. Yeah, and we wanted to sell them, but nobody bought it. And these were in the early stages of the internet. So when I'm now 30 years old, I got 30 in August. And when I was 14, the internet was not like this it is today. So the internet there was no Skype, there was no Zoom, there was no Facebook, no Snapchat, no TikTok, nothing. Yeah, there was not even a smartphone. There was this phones without color on the screen.
Yeah.
And I started to build my first website, and I uploaded these songs to the website, and I wanted to sell them online when I was 14 years old. So I Googled the phone number, and these very important these very expensive numbers when you call a very expensive service or
Yeah.
something like that. And I installed a phone number like that. You had to pay around €2 to get a code, and if you get this code, you can type it in and you can download the song. Yeah,
Okay.
we set up everything like this, and we sold around 0 songs. Nobody
Yeah.
download these songs. Yeah, so that was my first step into entrepreneurship, and I learned really fast that if you have a project, it will not be a good or a profitable project in the beginning.
Yeah.
So you have to do more and more and stay on it. And it took me around with 29, my first project really exploded to a 7-figure per month brand. So it took me nearly 14 years, I
Yeah.
think, yeah,
So
or 14 years it took me. And the thing was, I had many projects beside that. So I studied business. Yeah, I did a bachelor and a master's degree in business. And in all that time, I always started different businesses between finance industry, real estate industry, online marketing, and different sales jobs. And honestly, I had 2 times in my life where I lost everything. So I had a project,
mhm.
and I really put all the money and all the effort on one card, and I lost this card. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I really was on the ground. I was more than 30,000 euro in debt as a student. So this is really hard to get away.
Yeah.
And the hard thing in this business is in general to go on again,
Mhm.
because I was really in a situation where I could give up. Yeah, because if you're totally in debt and all the further projects didn't work, then you need motivation to go on. And
Mhm.
this is the hardest part of everything. I think 95% of the people would have stopped after the 10th project. And I really had around 20
Yeah, yeah,
projects before of that. But in this time, you can find your own journey. You can see what you really love, and when you find something what you really love, and this makes also a profit, then you are lucky. Then you are lucky in life, and then you can work for your passion and for your life. Yeah?
mm,
So just to make it a little bit shorter, because it's a very long story. 2018, my business partner Alexander Pecka, he will maybe also make an interview with you.
yeah,
He
of course.
built this 7-figure brand together with me, and I told him, hey, Johan, like to make an interview with you as well, maybe. So I will put you in touch. Huh?
Yeah.
Me and Alexander, we founded our dropshipping store in 2018, but the first 3 or 4 stores weren't successful. I
Mm,
think you know this. You make a drop shipping store,
yeah.
you burn some money, then you have all these problems with PayPal, with Facebook, and other things happen, cash flow or something like that.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think our it was our fourth store in the pet niche. We started with normal drop shipping, and then we developed our own products, and we developed our own warehouse partners. So the process in the past 2 years were from a classic drop shipping model to an own really stable e-commerce brand, what we can build up in many countries. Yeah.
Awesome.
So that was the short version
Yeah.
of the story of my past 15
Yeah.
years.
But yeah, I think I have a couple of questions and I want to
Yeah.
point out a couple of things. So this shows that success almost never happens overnight. So like you said, you started with 14 and you saw your first real success with 29. And there are a lot of people nowadays, like millennials, Generation C, that they are used to getting instant gratification from everything, because in our age is everything faster, better, smarter. And that's why a lot of people start a project and like 15 days later, if they haven't make any money or break even, they say, no, this is a scam, it doesn't work, and they give up. And you stayed like keep trying and trying and trying from 14 until you were 29, and then you saw your first success, like really big success. I think
Yeah.
that's a really important thing that a lot of people should like understand. Building an e-commerce brand is the same as starting a really big business. So if you want to start a restaurant, it's going to take time. If you want to start an e-commerce brand, it's going to take time and money and effort. And I think that speaks a lot about you and like your passion, your vision. And I wanted to ask you, which was the business you were in that you were like $37,000 in debt, and how did you recover from that?
Yeah. The business was a network marketing business,
Oh,
because when you want to make money, then what you find online? Networks everywhere, scam networks, Bitcoin networks,
yeah.
investment networks, they are everywhere. And when you are young and you want to make money, you are really easy to achieve for them. Yeah, so they
Mm,
just want to get you. And okay, so I started with different networks. I earned some money because I was very good in sales this time. But then uh, a company took the whole money and they didn't pay out the commission. So I took my own money to rent important cars, to rent hotel conference rooms, to build up my structure, yeah,
mm,
to make turnover and to make sales. And after that, I really needed the payouts of the company I generated, and this company bosses, they got away with the whole money. Yeah. So then I was in debt and the company was away. And this was I really trusted to that companies.
mm,
But in business, you have to be really careful. Even when it's about a lot of money, you have to be really, really careful with who you work. And I was young, and then the money was gone. And then I had to work in a call center, yeah, in a really, really big call center, more than 400 people in one room.
mm,
And they made calls for big companies like McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and many of these companies.
mm,
And my job was to make calls for one big company. The calls were called inbound calls.
mm,
So the customer called there and had questions. and they always wanted to cancel a subscription. So it was every time the same call, around 80 to 100 calls per day, and this was a really shit work. It was not good, yeah. And but I see in every bad situation a good thing. So there I learned how to structure a big customer support, how to do quality reporting, yeah, how to manage all this. And now we have around 17 customer support agents, and I organize them. I build a customer support manager. So I know now how to organize a really good customer support and how to check the quality of the customer support. So in everything in life, there is something you can learn out of it. And yeah, that's very important. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that that's also super interesting. I never imagined that you've been through something like that and how you recover from that, and you managed to go from like $37,000 in debt, broke, working in a call center, to being like a successful entrepreneur a couple of years later. I think this is really important and super.
Yeah, just before, in the network industry, I had a really nice car. I had an Audi RS5. It has 450 horsepowers, and it was like really new model. It was really nice. And after that, I had a 2,000 euro broken old car from the year 2000. Yeah, a very old car, and it was really like heaven and the really bad part of life after some months.
That happens to a lot of people, because these network marketing companies that are like super spammy and sketchy, like, hey, you get this and then you put other people into work and everything. So of course you can make a lot of money with that, but it's super unstable. So it's better to go for a business that you understand and you know that you are in control,
Yeah, it's better to go for your own business. I was in many different network marketing companies, so I learned a lot how to sell, how to be motivated. So this part was also a very good thing for my life, because if you're in a 9-to-5 job, you don't have the thinking to get big. You have the small thinking, you are inside your small world. So network marketing helped me to think bigger, but for a big price. Yeah. But it helped me.
Of course. Awesome. And then you said you started, when did you start your first drop shipping store? It doesn't matter if it was successful or not, but
2018.
2018. Okay, so for the people that are listening that don't know what drop shipping is, could you explain what drop shipping is and why the business model is so good in a couple of sentences?
Yeah, drop shipping is, in general, you don't have to have your own warehouse. You don't have to have your own employees. You find a mostly very cheap product, but hopefully good quality, in Asia, mostly in China. And then you sell this product. So you make the marketing, you make the website, you make everything to sell this product, for example, for $20, 20 USD, to the United States. And you buy this product, for example, for $5, including shipping in China. Yeah, so you have a profit margin of 15, and with this profit margin, you have to pay for Facebook, Instagram ads, Google ads, or whatever ads you do. And then there is a little margin. If you're good, the margin is around 20 to 30% before tax. Yeah. And then if you are good, you sell 10 products a day, 20 products a day, 30 products a day, and more. And so you can make your profit. Yeah. That's drop shipping in general.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like you're the middleman between the supplier and the customer, and you make, because a lot of people say, like, if it works like that, why don't the people just buy something in the supplier's website? It's because the website from the supplier, for example, AliExpress, is like super confusing. Some things are in Chinese and it doesn't look like super trustworthy. But then you make a website that looks clean, that has a branding, and then people are going to trust it more. So that's exactly what you do.
It's classic business. It's the same if you go to the supermarket and you buy the rice. You can tell the customers, hey, why you don't buy the rice from the factory? Why you don't go directly to the producer of the rice? You can get it 20 cents cheaper. So the shop, they do this, they put it there, they make the marketing, they make everything nice. And that's the same just in the online industry. because the most Chinese factories don't know how to do really good marketing for European or United States countries. So it's very difficult to do this. So we from these countries, from Europe, we can do this after our education in that. And so we make the marketing, we also pay for the marketing. And yeah, there we are the middleman, and that's it.
Yeah, I think I love that business model, because you, of course, you need a little money to start, to pay for the website, the products, the marketing, but you don't need 10,000 euros. You can
Yeah,
start with a couple of €100, and then if you lose everything, because I mean, it's a business, it can happen, then you just
yeah,
have to work a little more. Of course, if you only have $500 in your bank account, I wouldn't advise you to invest that in
yeah,
a dropshipping business. You could work as a waiter or something like that to get a little capital aside, and that you are um, like okay losing with that money. You're not dependent on that, because
yeah.
it's a business, it's
Here
risky.
I have a short story.
Mhm.
Alexander also tried different businesses before, and we earned some money, but mostly we lost a lot of money. So we were really outburned at the I think I don't know 17th project over the past 15 years. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think I just had around 4,000 euro left, 4,000 around, and Alexander too. And then we started drop shipping, and we were not able to use all this money, because if you have 4,000 left, you cannot use 4,000 for your business. You have to have 2,000 around for your living, yeah, for your food, for everything, yeah, and then you maybe can take 2,000 to start something new. So together we had around 4,000 euro, and we started the first store, the second store, and we really burned nearly everything from this. So we had around 1,000 euro left. And then I asked one friend of mine, he's a very, very good friend of mine, hey, there is a mentorship, and it's really not easy to find a good mentorship. So you have to be very, very careful out there. There are lots of mentors and gurus. They just want your money. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you have to, I would start with some courses by self, and I would do my first figures by self, totally, with YouTube videos, with blogs, with interviews like this, yeah,
Mhm.
with podcasts. There is so much free information out there. So I would start with that. And later, if you find a good person who is willing to offer you some really high quality knowledge, then you can buy it. So we borrowed from my friend, a very good friend of mine,
Mhm.
4,000 euro for a mentorship. This mentorship was not the best of the best, but it was good to make some turnover more. Yeah, so
Mhm.
we unlocked some key things we didn't know before, and this friend of mine got 10% of our e-commerce brand today. And now next year, I think he will be millionaire only with the 10% value of this stock, yeah, of this thing. Yeah, so
Yeah.
he earned already, I think, 100 times his investment, or I don't know, very, very, very much money with that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is
So,
amazing.
but he invested also in my projects in the past, and he lost many times, because when I lose with a project, he lost also, and he invested again in me, and again and again, and he never stopped. And now he had this big part, and people say, oh, he was so lucky, but that was not only luck. He
Yeah.
just believed in something, and he never stopped. Yeah.
This is an amazing story. Really cool that you shared that here.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nice. So you said that you had like a couple of stores. In which niches were you in? And
These stores, we started our first stores. It we wanted something that, also we started with the real classic drop shipping products. So like the self-steering coffee mug, yeah,
yeah.
you can steer your coffee, and kitchen gadgets and everything, and nothing really worked. Yeah, or
Mhm.
we even ordered these products, for example, the toothpaste. Yeah, there
Mhm.
is a plastic thing you can put on the wall. You can put in your toothpaste, and then you can like dip it, and then
Yeah.
the toothpaste is on it. Yeah, it's really cheap material, really bad product. but we ordered this product, we produced the video by self. So we took a lot of time and effort to cut videos, to make a marketing video, and then we sold only one piece or something like that.
Yeah.
So I would, in the early stage, I would not order the product and took a lot of time to make videos and everything. I would just start with the video parts or with the photos from the supplier. If they are good, I would manipulate them with Photoshop to make it a little bit nicer, and I just would test this product. And when I see that this product is going to work, then I would put in more effort and order the products and do everything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, because you don't know if it's going to work, so you can start testing with the resources that you have, and once you see, okay, this is working, then you can do a better quality video, photos, and everything, and because you're going to invest more time and money in that.
Sure.
Awesome. So after a couple of failed dropshipping stores, you had your first success in the pet niche. So could you please share a little bit about that, how you got started with that, and what was your idea? And yeah, exactly that success.
Yeah. We had to pick a niche what is big enough to scale. Yeah. So if you pick a really, really small niche, for example, something for fishing, for a really special fish, yeah, this is maybe a really small amount of people who could need this. Yeah. So if you go to fashion industry or to beauty industry, or maybe to home and gardening industry, kitchen industry, they are so big in the world. There are only multi-billion markets in dollars. Yeah. So then the market is big enough, and then you just have to look inside these markets with your niche store, for the right product. And then you don't have to create all the time new stores, because when you are in a niche what is big enough, for example beauty or fashion or something like this, then it's just a matter of time to find the winning product or create a winning product in that niche. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you can test inside this niche store, and when you found something, then you can put all your energy into that product and build the brand around it.
Awesome. So you build that store in the pet niche, and you started, like you said, like with videos and photos from the supplier, and then how did you advertise the products?
Oh, we advertise the products mostly on Facebook and Instagram ads. So these are all together in the ads manager. So we used the standard techniques, what to use first in Facebook. There are lots of YouTube videos out there, how to do Facebook marketing, dropshipping in 2020. Mm-hmm. We checked out all of these videos, then we create different audiences, different lookalike audiences in the ads manager. We tested very, very different videos and photos of the product, and so we get an idea what photos and what videos will work best for this product.
Yeah, I think that's important, because you don't want to put all of your eggs in one basket. You want to diversify the money you spend in different ads, different audiences, different creatives, so you can see which resonates best with which audience. Because if you have only one photo, maybe the product is great but the photo is bad, so you're going to think, okay, the product doesn't work, but it was the photo. So that's why you need to test different things.
It's like a big puzzle. So you have different parts. You have the audience, you have the product, you have the store, you have the ad, you have the ad creative, and all have to fit together. And so you have to try different things as long as it fits together.
Yeah. And I think,
and if one part is not working, the whole puzzle will not work.
Yeah, it just not. A lot of people say the product is king. The product is the best thing. Of course, the product is one of the most important things. But if you have the best product, but you cannot market it because your photos or your videos or your ad copy is bad, how you're going to sell that product? So I think they all come together. Awesome.
For example, I have a small example on our product page. As English is not our mother tongue, on the product page was a typo. Yeah, there was a misspelled word, mm-hmm. And we had really good ads and a good product, but we had a really, really bad conversion rate. Because if I live in the United States and I see this spelling error, this error in this word, I will not buy, because I think this is a scam website. Yeah.
Yeah.
So every little part of the website can destroy the business.
This is important, and you say that you have to be like really careful in how you do your business, and look through your copy 2 times, 3 times until you know, okay, it's perfect, because it's your money you're investing, you know. It's not like,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It's like you have to put your work, your time and effort into that, so you make sure it's going to work. Awesome.
that's
And
it.
just for dropshipper, as for people that want to start in this business model, dropshipping and everything, if you could like maybe tell like a couple of steps that every dropshipper should take in order to have more chances of success, what would these 5-10 steps be? So yeah.
Yeah. So in the beginning, I would suggest to educate yourself, not only 1 week or 2 weeks and then start a Shopify store. Yeah. I would educate myself around 3 to 6 months. I would look YouTube videos. I would read some books about entrepreneurship, and then I would gather as much knowledge as possible in that field. And then I would slowly start for my first store. Yeah. And then you maybe look for a partner, because if you have a really good business partner you can trust, then it's a really good thing to start this together, because building up a brand is a lot of work. And if you are a one person, a one-man show, then it's really, really hard. So if you make a partnership, it's very, very important that you have a very trustful partner. So in best case, you know this person for years, and it could also be a good friend of you. And then you can start it together. Also, the money you need will be divided by 2. So, and it's always good if you have more thinkings, more opinions about one thing. Yeah? So you have your own opinion, but this is your opinion, and then the other person, your partner maybe, has another opinion, and so you find a better solution together. Yeah, and you have to have in mind that dropshipping or e-commerce businesses, or in general online marketing businesses, needs a long time to be profitable, and then you can get out money of it. So many people write me, hey, please help me to get rich, I need fast money. I need to pay my rent in 2 months, I need to make a store fast. That will never work. Yeah, so you will need to work a long time on it, around 1 year or even 1.5 years. And if you're good, then you can take out a little bit money of your business. Because if you make the first profits, you will need these profits to reinvest in your business, because you need cash flow to pay the goods, to pay the marketing. So it needs time. So you need to have money to pay your life, your food, your living, everything. And then you need a lot of time to put in your business and wait.
Yeah, I think that's important, because a lot of people, when they see their first success, they say, okay, now I'm going to buy all these clothes that I wanted to buy. I'm going to move into another big apartment and everything. And I think this is a mistake when you're beginning, because you should take that money, reinvest it in your business, or invest it in something else, in your education, in your self-development, because in the long term, maybe in a couple of months, that investment is going to pay even more off. And then you're going to take that money that you don't actually need to invest and treat yourself with nice cars, a bigger apartment, and everything, you know. I think
the best interests you can get is when you invest in yourself. Yeah. So invest in your education, invest in your learning, invest in videos. Or I did my master's degree in business. I did an MBA in business, and it was really hard learning so much and learning so different things about marketing, about entrepreneurship, about bookkeeping and everything. But now I have my company, and every part I learned in the university helps me now to manage a bigger company. Yeah? Because if you have never heard of these things and you just know how to build a website and do marketing, you need business skills in the background. And when you don't have business skills in the background, then learn it or look for somebody who has these skills and make a partnership. It's very important. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is really good that you say that, because I wanted to ask you if you could, I wanted to ask you if, because a lot of people say, no, you don't need to go to college, you don't need to go to university, you can learn everything online. But you are an example that this could be true. But I wanted to ask you if you can attribute your success, a part of it, to your MBA, to your education in the formal university,
Yeah.
because I'm doing that too. And I think this,
Yeah.
you have the opportunity, of course. It's something else when you're living in Europe and we pay little to no money to study in the university, in comparison to the United States, where you have to pay thousands of dollars per year for education. Then it's something else. But if you have the opportunity to get good education for a reasonable price, I think this is good, because it opens your mind to other problem solutions, and you have a bigger picture of how business works. I mean, if you want to study business, if you want to be a lawyer, of course you have to go to the university. But talking about business, I think this is a good idea to do. What do you think?
I did both of them. I knew people got very successful and very rich without any education, but they learned it later. They need it. They need legal stuff. They need everything about contracts. They need everything about bookkeeping, a little bit about tax. They learned it later. So I learned all of these things in my study. It was hard. And beside of the study, I did all the time self-employed businesses. I started that, everything. So I did both together. This took me a lot of time. And I think I was not so successful with my self-employed projects because of the study, because I need the whole time for the study, to make the exams, to be there. Yeah. So this needs a lot of time. So in that time, my self-employed projects didn't work so well. But when I finished my study, half a year later, I had the boom in the e-commerce. So then I had the whole time I put before into my university, into my study for my own business. And I had the knowledge of the study and the knowledge of around 10 years of different projects in the past. So that was the booster, with a very, very good partner on my side. This combination was very, very powerful. And if you have the possibility to do a study, you just do it, and don't go out for drinking on the weekend. Don't take drugs. Don't drink so much alcohol. Yeah. Then you have enough time to do both. And I had a lot of parties, but I never do drinking every weekend, and I lost my whole weekend. I worked on the weekend for my projects, and now I have a really happy life. And yeah, every person has to choose the way of his life by self.
Yeah, I think this is important. This is really good that you say that, for a lot of people are starting in their projects and everything. And going back to the drop shipping, if you are going to start, you have to find a product. Yeah. What do you think makes a product successful? Like, which characteristics would you look in a product? Because there are, of course, this self-steering mug that you mentioned before was super new and it was something cool, but maybe it's oversaturated now. So if you were looking to start a business and you have to find maybe 1 or 2 or 3 products to begin with your niche store, what characteristics would you look in a product?
Okay. This product should not be available in local stores around the corner. So if you can buy it everywhere very fast, then you will not have an online success with it. And it should not be too heavy, because the shipping from China to US have to be fast and cheap. If the product is too heavy, this will not work. And the product should not be too expensive, because around 20, 30, 40, $50, lots of people in the US or in Europe can spend immediately. But if the product is $200, $300, $400 and up, people will not buy it, or not so many people will buy it. So it's possible to do products in the high ticketing niche, but it's really more it's not so easy to market for them. So in the beginning, you're not the best marketer, so you should put your efforts into cheaper products with good quality, what stands out, what not are available in stores around the corner, and best thing would be if there is a good running product, if you can make it a little bit better. So just sell your first hundreds of pieces and then speak with your supplier, look for a very good supplier, adapt this product, brand it, make your own brand, make it a little bit different to the competition. And that's how we looked for our products.
Awesome. Nice. And would you say that people can still ship from China because due to the trade wars between the US and China? Before, when I got started, like my first thought, it was like 12 to 18 days shipping from China to the US. Now it's more, and even with the coronavirus. So do you think it's possible to still ship from China, or is it better if you look for suppliers in the US or Europe or wherever you're like selling?
Yeah, so the coronavirus was a really hard part for China. Even now, the shipping price is around 3 times higher as before. So I think more than 80% of the small businesses are out of the business at the moment because a 3-time higher shipping price, where the shipping price is one of the biggest parts of the product price, is not profitable for most of them. So at the moment, the shipping from China to US is possible. The speed is a little bit longer, but for a beginner, it's definitely not good to start now. I would wait a little bit till the situation goes back to normal. If you have a supplier directly in the US or in Europe with a competitive price, then you can do it. But mostly the suppliers are much more expensive, and with Facebook ads cost and with other marketing costs and personal costs, you cannot make any profit. Yeah, so it's not so easy. I would love to buy in the US or in Europe, but the margins are so slow, so I have to buy it in Asia or in China.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. And just take us a little bit back to your first success in the e-commerce space. You said it was 2018 or 19 when when you had like
in
started
the early 2000.
early
In
2000.
the late 2018, so it was September 2018 where we started our biggest brand now. In the beginning we found a good product, so I was able to make $30,000 in turnover in the first 30 days, from zero. So the shop was from zero. We had our knowledge from the past years, and then we found a product what was going to work, and we were able to do around $55,000 in the next month and around $200,000 in 4 months in turnover, $200,000. But the bad part was we had just around $10,000 in profit, and we were 2 persons before tax. So the profit was not high. Yeah? So many people would have quit their dropshipping because in the beginning it was not working at all, no turnover or very, very few sales. And then you find a product, you make a really high turnover, and you have more or less no profit. Yeah? So then we didn't quit. We had to start to optimize, and we optimized every single step in the funnel, every single step. And then we were able to do much, much higher turnover, more than 500,000 per month, 1 million per month and ongoing, with around 20 to 25% profit margin per month before tax. Yeah? So that all happened within 6 to 7 months after we launched this store. So when you do the work before, you can then have this overnight success, what everybody sees on Instagram. Ooh, this nice cars, this holiday, this first class flights and everything you have never had before. Then they see it, but the story before was long.
This is crazy. So how much money would you say you made overall in the first year with this successful store turnover?
Turnover or money? Like turnover or profit?
Both.
Okay, we had in the first year we had around, I think, 4 million in turnover, and but we had also problems. We had problems with the competition. We had problems with PayPal. So we had to turn off the store, I think 1 or 2 times to solve these problems, but we were able to solve all of them. And we did around $1 million profit in the first year. Yeah. In the first year, $1 million profit. And yeah, that was really wonderful. So that was the time when I bought my BMW i8, when I did my really nice holidays on Hawaii, on the Bahamas, when for my 30th birthday, I rented the biggest villa in Phuket, Thailand, the biggest modern villa ever with my best friends. We were 7 persons there and we had a great time. I have lots of pictures on Instagram, and it was just the best 30th birthday I could ever expect.
Yeah, and it was everything due to your hard work and persistence. So congratulations,
Yeah.
first of all, 4
Oh,
million in 1
thank
year
you.
and 1 million profit. It's not something you see every day. This is
Yeah.
awesome. And do you
We are
still,
going on
yeah,
because when you see this is working, when you know you can make 1 million, then you know you can also make 10 million. Yeah, it's just a matter of time and optimization. And in that time we had around 7 or 8 employees. At the moment we have around over 30, and my goal at the end of the year is to have at least 60 employees. Yeah, 60 we want to have.
this is crazy. So do you still have the store? Yeah, probably, right?
Yeah, sure. This is our big brand and we make it bigger and bigger.
Okay, and how I don't know if you can share this, but how much revenue do you make as a turnover do you make per month now with that store?
At the moment, 1.1 million per
Per
month.
month.
Yeah,
Whoa,
per month. Yeah, 1.1 million per month. Yeah.
this is crazy, man.
But
Congratulations.
this
Yeah.
is really crazy, but we have so many different tools and we have a big customer support team. So this was the step from a small dropshipping website to a really business.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
of
is a
course.
real business. We have accounting teams, we have legal teams, we have an own legal team inside the company. We have our marketing managing partners. We have companies who handle our disputes, our chargebacks with the credit cards and PayPal. We have account managers in PayPal, in Facebook, everywhere. So this is like a puzzle you build in together, and this is how big companies start. So our goal is really to get, this is one of the 10 questions you asked in the past. Yeah.
Mhm.
So in 10 years is a long time. I see me and myself in that niche at the top of the industry in Europe. Yeah. So that is our goal, and we are really hard working on it every day, 7 days a week, all Sundays in the night.
Mhm.
But this is like passion, and I really, really hope that everybody who listens to that video, it doesn't matter on what stage they are at the moment. I was 30,000 in debt some years ago. Yeah. So just go on, just be motivated, read books, entrepreneur books, look podcasts. So listen to podcasts and look YouTube videos,
Mhm.
and then you can achieve everything you set in mind. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is super cool that you say that. And just so people understand, like, this change you had, you started your first dropshipping store by yourself. You didn't have success. You made the videos by yourself. You had to do the Facebook ads by yourself. You had to contact the people that wanted support by yourself. And over time, you grew your business until now. I don't know, but I don't know if you still do your Facebook ads or you have someone that is like especially for that and you oversee everything. So you are not working for your business, you're working on your business and managing everything, right?
Yeah. There are some parts. At the moment, Facebook ads I do myself because this is the heart of the business,
Mhm.
and there people can destroy a lot. So I would not trust at the moment an agency to do my Facebook ads. We do Google ads with an agency because we know this person very, very well. But some very, very important parts we do by self at the moment.
Mhm.
But later, when it's growing and growing, we have to look for managing partners we can trust. It's very, very hard to find persons you can put these tasks, because if they do the tasks false, they can destroy the business. So
Mhm.
this is a level. At the moment, I'm young enough to work for it, and I do it. I love it. So these are very hard decisions to
Mhm.
find people for very important tasks in the business.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So I have one last question, then we can go to the 10 last questions I ask
Yes.
every guest. So my
Yeah.
last question from this part is, I saw also that you had this program, the Ecom Accelerator. I don't know if it's
Yes.
still doing that, or
Yes.
maybe you could tell the audience a little bit what that is.
Ecom Accelerator is an mentoring tool for all people who want to start in e-commerce. So, but I would first educate myself a little bit, and when I have enough knowledge, I would look for a mentorship. And the Ecom Accelerator is a mentorship with group calls where you can get in touch with one of our mentor partners. So we put the knowledge into the Ecom Accelerator, and our managing mentor partners, they share the knowledge with our customers in different video calls, and one time per week they do a call, and so the customers can ask questions. Yeah.
And how many people are there right now? Like
50,
50.
around 50.
But it's
Yeah.
awesome. So you're helping 50 people in the e-commerce space, and I guess a lot of them already have seen some success, probably.
Yes, yes. So we have different customers who did already more than 10,000 in turnover per month, but they had already a little bit knowledge before. But yeah, if you work hard on your business, it's really possible to make turnover in e-commerce. Yeah.
Awesome. Really cool. So for the people that are listening and might be interested in that, if they already have a little knowledge, I'm going to leave the links below so you can check that out. And
yeah, just my Instagram link, they can write me and I will update them with all the news.
Of course, I'm going to leave all of the contact information from Andreas and his business partner below. So if you're interested in that, you can, of course, check that out.
Perfect.
So now we're going to come to the 10 last questions I ask every person. So these are super easy questions. So you just say the first thing that comes to your mind, and yeah, so that people can know you a little better. So the first question is, which are the 3 favorite business books?
Okay. My favorite business books, number 1 is Napoleon Hill, Think Rich, Grow Rich. This is a very well-known book. I read it already now the 3rd time, and I have an audiobook to listen to it, because this is a very, very long book, and it's really, really good if you understand it. Yeah. So you can use it as a path to success if you understand the book. Also very important is Rich Dad Poor Dad from Robert Kiyosaki. It's a standard book. You should know it, that you open your mind for different things. And another book, I don't know if it's available in English, it's Self-Made from Carsten Maschmeyer. It's a German book. Okay. Carsten Maschmeyer is a self-made billionaire from Germany. And I like to read books from people who know what they are doing, who did a really big success, and not are just talking about success.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm going to check that out. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's nice.
Awesome. So number 2, who is your favorite, or who's your role model?
Okay, my role model is Jeff Bezos, because Jeff Bezos founded the biggest e-com company in the world, and we can learn so much out of his thinking, out of his life, out of his success. So this is my role model. Yeah.
Awesome. Number 3, which is the biggest lesson that you had from a failure in the past?
Yeah, the biggest lesson is never to give up. Yeah, the situation can be worse at worse, but you have to wait a little bit and then do it again. So never give up, and you will be on the point you want to be in the future sometime.
Awesome. And then your biggest success so far, it's going to be easy for you, I think.
My biggest success so far?
Yeah.
This brand we built up, is the biggest success so far, and we will hard work on it in the future.
Awesome. Then what did you want to do when you were a kid? Like, what was your dream job?
Yeah, when I was 6 years old, I wanted to be bus driver. Yeah, because the bus driver had not go to school. He was able to drive with the bus around, and he get the money from the people who go into the bus. So I thought this must be the best job in the world. Yeah? So a little bit later, when I was 12 or 13, I knew already that I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to have a big business when I was 12 or 13,
Mhm.
but I never knew what kind of business or how business is working. But I knew already that I want to have a big business.
Awesome. This is really, really funny.
Yeah.
Then what is your biggest passion in life that brings you the most happiness?
Yeah, the biggest passion for me is to be healthy and free. Yeah, so I'm not in a 9 to 5 job. When I wake up every morning, it's all the time a good morning because I'm happy to work again for my business. I'm totally free and I can do what I want, when I want, with who I want. And this is the really best thing for me in life. Yeah.
Awesome. And then number 7, if you could learn and master one new skill in the next 6 months, what skill would that be?
If it would possible in 6 months, I would learn coding. Yeah, I would learn programming because programming coding is going to be much more important in the future. The tech industry is growing so fast, and I would love to be a coder, to can code, because then I understand things much better and can speak with the developers
Yeah,
much better. Yeah.
I think this is super true, and we're living in an era right now where everything is faster, and probably in 10 years we're going to see virtual reality and artificial intelligence all over the place. So I think this is
For sure. Yeah, this will be very interesting.
okay. Number 8, well, you said that already. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Yeah, 10 years is a long time. I see me and myself, my company and my partners at the top of the European industry in that niche. I
Mm.
hope so.
And sorry, are you selling only in Europe or in the US or worldwide with your
At
biggest
the
client?
moment, we sell just in Europe, Canada, Australia. But later, we want to open new markets in Europe. But there are some patent problems at the moment. So
Mm.
other companies, they have patents on different products we sell. So we have to solve this first or produce new products. So then we open these markets as well.
Really good.
Yeah.
Okay, number 9, knowing what you know now, what would you have done differently as you started in this business world?
You have to be very careful when you look for partners. So don't trust anybody you don't know so well. Don't trust people blind. Yeah. So it's very important to have a trustful business partner. And yeah, I had lots of business partners in the past 15 years, and I really found only very few, very little people who were really good and really trustful partners.
Mhm.
So that's very important.
Yeah, I think it's important because if your desire to make money is so big and you're looking for the next opportunity all the time, you become careless, and then you start just taking opportunities and not doing your due diligence about the people, the business, and the idea behind it. And I think
Yeah,
it's really important. Okay,
yeah.
number 10, the last question is, which is your best advice or piece of wisdom to someone listening to this and who wants to be something like you?
I want to tell them that every overnight success took many years work before. So they have to be strong. They have to stay on it, what they really want. They have to fix one goal in their life they really want to achieve, and then just working on the goal. And when something is not working, this is no problem. This is just one step on the way to your goal. Yeah. So just go on, never stop, and then you will reach everything you want.
Awesome. I think that's super important. Well, there you have it, guys. Andreas König, 7-figure entrepreneur per month. He's really nice. I encourage you to follow him on his social media. Check out the Ecom Accelerator program. He can teach you a lot of things, and I hope you enjoyed this episode and learn something from it. And I see you on the next one. Thank you, and thank you,
Okay,
Andreas.
super. Bye bye.
Bye.